to show you guys how to do really easy design using the technique I always do with my marbling. And I have rose quartz with a little bit of our rose gold chrome. And then we also have the other one you guys voted for, and that's using different shades of blues and purples. So that's going to be the marble one we're doing too.
Yeah, so we have a pink and a blue marble. The pink one is, as we mentioned, is the rose quartz. And what we love about this one is that it's only using Glam and Glitz Back to Basics powder. So if you already have those, this is going to be a perfect look for you. You want to go ahead and show them all the colors we're using today, Terry?
Yes. Okay, so we have, this is our dark pink, and I'm purposely using all three shades so you guys can kind of see what you can do with this, with doing the rose quartz. So that's the dark. This is our medium pink, and this is our light. So I want to put it together so you guys can see kind of like the difference in the shade.
Really pretty, and it's a very subtle difference, but it's going to make a huge difference when it actually comes to marbling.
Okay, and then we also need our clear for this design, as well as our ultra white. Okay, and this is our chrome we're using, and we're using rose gold.
Okay, so now we're gonna get started. Of course, to apply all of these acrylics, you will need monomers. So today we're gonna be using the Glam and Glitz EMA monomer. It works with any acrylic, and it is HEMA-free. So if you guys haven't tried this stuff out, you're going to love it. It's amazing. It's available on our website.
It comes in 16 ounce and 1 gallon, just so you guys know.
In case you do have a salon and you run through monomer really quickly, we do have that for you. That's going to be a better value as well. And for those of you that are just tuning in, remember we do have a giveaway going on the Glam and Glitz page. If you guys need help with it spelled, it's right here, and that's going to be the handle. So just Glam and Glitz. You guys will see it on there. It's our brand new page. Make sure you guys go follow it and comment on their latest post to let us know that you want to win this giveaway. Okay, Terry, we're ready to get started. So excited to show them.
Okay, so remember I already prepped it. I already primed her, and I'm just gonna get started on the first step. And we're gonna start off with a thin canvas using our dark pink for the rose quartz. Okay. I always start off with a little monomer to wet the nail. And the reason why I do this step, it helps the acrylic to stick on there, and it takes away like bubbles and stuff too. So you won't trap any bubble into the nail when you're applying. So I'm gonna go ahead, see how pretty this dark pink is for our back to basic.
That is such a pretty color.
Okay, so we don't want a lot. We just want to put a thin coat, an even coat all the way down from cuticle. So you kind of want to push it in a little bit.
Ooh, okay, we have Butterworth Ellie. It's her birthday, and she wanted a shout out.
Happy birthday! We love birthdays here.
We have Anna asking where she can buy these products in Dubai. So we do ship almost everywhere worldwide. You can purchase them on our website, glamandglitz.com, and we can ship directly to you. So if you guys are interested in purchasing the products we'll be using today, they will be available on glamandglitz.com.
Okay, so after you get a thin layer of the pink on the nail, and I'm using that as my canvas, I'm going to grab my white and my medium.
We're going to get in a little closer so you guys can see this process.
So I'm doing it where you're going to use your light color and then dip into your darker color. So in this one right here, because my white will be my lighter color. I'll dip it into that first, and then I'm gonna dip into my pink. Okay, just like that. But I'm gonna try to get smaller beads to do this process.
Okay, so always your darkest color first, right?
Yes, okay.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna lay it down, kind of like slant it. And then bring it down. You want to only use a little bit. So you seen how I took some product off? Because I just want a little bit of product on there.
Someone is saying, but I thought monomer would dissolve the nail tip if you're doing a little bit of a layer. So because the monomer isn't sitting on there soaking the nail tip, it's not going to affect the actual tip itself. This is just going to help the acrylic that you're about to set on top adhere to the nail, and it's going to help you prevent lifting. So you can definitely wet the nail tip with monomer. You just want to make sure it's not soaking in there because it will dissolve it. You just want it to touch very lightly, and this is going to be applied right before you apply your bead of acrylic on top.
So you want to continue just grabbing a little bit of small beads of the color and apply it on there. See how I got my first layer? And then I'm gonna go over.
So you guys can see she repeats those steps. She dips into the white and then she goes into the medium pink. And that is what's helping her create that marble effect. And with rose quartz, the layer or the key to this is layering. So the beads that she's placing and the placement is helping create this real stone looking design.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is take just the pink medium and do a very thin layer over the whole nail. So now some of the parts that's white has a little tint of pink on it, and that's what you want, because you want each layer to
kind of diffuse.
Yeah. So you just want a light layer. So we're gonna go and switch over to a lighter pink with our white. Because this pink is gonna be lighter now, I'm gonna start off with the pink and go in with the white. So it's kind of like a little reversed. So I'm gonna go in.
And you're placing this bead in the opposite direction?
Yes, you just want it to be very random.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put it in different directions, different areas, because you want this to be very random. That's what rose quartz is about.
This is a really hard look to get sometimes for people with just acrylic. A lot of people think you need inks or gels or paint on top, but as you guys can see, if you use the right pinks and the right colors, you can definitely get that real stone look.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna grab our clear. So we're gonna put a layer of clear to kind of even everything out before we file it. Okay, so
That's already looking so beautiful.
remember, we haven't filed it yet, so once we get it all a little more even, we're going to file the nail.
We have a good question. So when a client wants to change their design, how do these products come off for a change of color or design?
If they're wanting to do like a backfill, you want to use a coarse filing bit, and you want to drill down as much as you can. And that's the reason why you want to start off with a canvas already, which I use the pink for that. So you can get down to your layer of your canvas you had laid down, and then you can move on with the next color, which it could be any color you want. It will cover it up.
Exactly. So yeah, as you mentioned, because she already has that layer of pink, that's what you would file down to, and then you could add more acrylic on top, or you can do any other type of extension on top. It could be any design as well. Because it's pink, if you want to do a French, you already have that foundation set. And as you mentioned as well, it's gonna, any color will get covered, or will cover that pink, because it is one of the more natural basic colors. Keep the questions coming, guys. We have Terry here. She is our global educator. So if you guys have any questions about any one of our products, make sure you leave it down here. We're going to be answering them throughout the live. And if you guys didn't get to the beginning of the live, remember we do have a giveaway going on throughout the live. So make sure you guys go follow Glam and Glits on Instagram, and make sure that you guys go comment on our latest post. Let us know that you entered already. Okay, let's see, we have more questions. Let's see. Whenever you're doing this type of marbling, what consistency do you want for your bead? Do you do something a little wetter so that it could?
Yes, you want to have a little more monomer than the usual, so you want it to be a little bit wetter, so you can kind of like get it to kind of bleed out and blend. So when you're using the two-tone technique, it pretty much like marble on its own. You know, you don't have to do a lot of like moving the product around, just lay it down and it kind of just does its own thing. There's so many different ways to marble. That's why we're showing you, like, you know, 2 different ways today, techniques. There isn't any wrong way of marbling. There's just different techniques and different ways of doing it. So when you think of anything, just create it, and, you know, always come up with new things, because you never know what you can create. Always use your imagination.
Great tip, Terry. I love that. Now we have someone asking, can you use dip powder on your real nails? You definitely can. They can be used with tips or on your natural nail, just to give you a little bit more sturdiness. Okay, so Terry just tapped this to make sure that it's dry. We heard that.
You guys hear
sound.
it? So
that's ready.
So ready for the next step. And next step is just basically getting your shape back. And you guys see how I'm holding it? I'm not holding it sideways or too far in. It's just straight up and down, so you can get that perfect ballerina shape. So you want to do it to both sides.
This is my favorite shape, so I definitely have to ask Terry to do it. But let me know in the comments what you guys prefer. Do you guys like stilettos, coffin, square, and do you prefer them long or short?
Don't forget that sometimes it's good to turn it around, look at a different angle, so you can get that perfect shape, so it won't look like it's slanted on the side, you know.
And I do see a few comments about asking for the side view of the nail before we file, so we will show you guys that right now before she goes in with an e-file, so that you guys can kind of see the thickness. Right now she's just getting that shape back to what we want it to be and kind of cleaning it out, perfecting it, and then we're gonna go in with the actual e-file.
So you guys are gonna notice, because I did do more layers, a lot of layers, it is gonna be a tiny bit thicker, and that's the reason why we're gonna file down a little more than we usually do. And the reason why it's gonna be a little thicker, because you want all the different layers so it can look really like a rose quartz. So all right, so now that we're done with the shape, let's go and show them
Side view.
I don't know if you guys can see. So you do want to get your apex in there, so that helps with the strength, so it won't break, because this is a long nail. And for all the layers I did, it's actually not crazy thick. It's just thick enough where it's nice, and it's gonna form a nice shape for you. And it's not too thin where it's gonna break.
Exactly. The main thing for me is because my nail beds are a little bit thinner, or a little bit shorter, we do need to focus a lot more product here on the stress point just to make sure that my nails don't break, because I do like them a little bit longer. So this is actually really perfect for making sure that this design looks real and it lasts a long time as well.
Okay, and I am using a fine sanding, not sanding bit, the...
Are you blinking out on me, Terry?
Yeah. I need more coffee, guys. Can somebody give me more coffee, please? This is my drill bit. So you want to use a fine drill bit to take this down a little bit and shape it so it'll be nice and smooth. Because we're not going to take too much off, just a little bit.
We have Brown Skin Babe asking if the giveaway is open worldwide. It definitely is. So wherever you are, you can definitely enter and have a chance to win. So many of you guys are entering. And again, you just want to take down a little bit, smooth it out. This is going to reveal an even better design overall, so it's going to make a huge difference. You want this to be really, really smooth. And shaping is everything, you guys.
So what other questions you guys have for me?
Let's see.
Don't be shy.
Oh, someone's asking about the ombre. We might have to do another live on the ombre. Let us know if you guys want to see that.
Yes. Comment below.
Okay, so we have people voting on their favorite shape. What's yours, Terry, before we start reading it off?
The shape I'm wearing right now on my nails. I'm always wearing this shape.
She loves her long stilettos.
Only because, you know, it's my tools when I'm doing art. I don't use it for like heavy duty tool. It's just art stuff. It's very helpful for nail techs. Well, me.
Yeah, mine has to be a pretty thin and long coffin. I really like my nails to look longer and my fingers to look thinner, so that always helps. It's honestly my favorite shape. I love stilettos, but I feel like I poke myself too much. I'm just not used to them, you know?
That happens. I
know.
I scar myself so many times. It's countless times, but I just still love it. It's painful love, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Love and hate relationship, you know?
They look beautiful. They're worth it.
Yes. Okay, so let me...
Yeah, people love stilettos and coffin. Those are the two. Ballerina. We're getting some ballerina. Beautiful.
Okay, so I'm going in just a little bit more shaping.
We have M. Luciano asking, how can you minimize filing time? So what Terry did, and as you guys can see on my other finger right now, she already has the tips pre-shaped. So whenever she's going in with a design, placing, the way that you place the product is going to influence the amount of time that it takes to file. If you have a bead that's pretty smooth already, then that's going to take less to file. Obviously, if you are doing a design that's a little bulkier and you're going to want it to be smooth, a layer of clear on top is going to help balance things out. But trying to lay your acrylic as smoothly as possible since the beginning will definitely help cut down on the amount of time that it takes you to file it.
Yes. Okay, so getting it as smooth as I can. Dusting off all the dust off of it. Okay, so after we're done with this part, we're ready for the first coat, and you're gonna see how I'm doing this differently because we're going to add the chrome
powder
in with this. I'm going to have to use my matte top coat first, but let me go ahead and clean it with alcohol really good before we move on to that step. Okay.
Before we do that, let me show them. I'll get a little closer, just so that they can see the design before, right after filing, before we move on to any top coats. The velvet is definitely going to help make that stone look come out and show off even more, but I want you guys to see her before. Okay, Terry.
Here's the magic,
Let's do
guys.
this. Okay, let's do this. So this is honestly one of my favorite top coats. Look at how thin it is. And it's a non-wipe velvet matte top coat. So it's going to give you a really nice velvety finish without having to wipe. You guys will see right now we're going to cure this, and as soon as it comes out of the lamp, it's going to be super matte. So you guys can see, I hope you guys can see this.
Okay, this
But
is the before and
shiny.
after.
Before and after.
Okay, go ahead. The reason why when you're doing this technique, and the reason why I'm doing matte first, I actually have something similar on my nail. You see the little line that we created here? If you have matte on the bottom and then you go in with our rub on top and you create different lines like that, it only gonna grab right where I'm putting the lines at. I'm gonna show you right now in a minute. So this is why it's important to matte your nails first. So the place you don't want it to have the chrome, it won't stick on the matte part. So you guys see?
I just took it out and it's super matte, really velvety. It's already looking like real stone. It's crazy. But it's such a good job, Terry.
Thank you.
Okay, so as she said, this is to help the powder only stick to the rub on top coat part. So even if you rub the powder on top of the velvet matte, it will not stick.
So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the side because I just need a little bit. Okay. And a thin art brush. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just like a thin art brush, because okay, we just need a little bit, and we're just gonna randomly put lines in different spots, and you want to kind of like jag the line a little so it won't be perfect, so it can really look like a real stone. So I'm just gonna drag it in different directions. Okay, and you don't want too many of it, so we're just going to add a little bit here and there. Okay, I think that's good. I don't know if you guys can see a little bit of the shine where they're at. Okay, now we're gonna cure this for about 30 seconds. Okay, go ahead and stick your hand in.
Well, it said, let me see. I had a question here for you, Terry.
Okay.
Somebody's asking what you prefer personally to use, carbide drill bits or diamond drill bits. Do you have a preference?
This is my
Or
preference.
ceramic ones?
Yeah, I don't,
Okay.
I prefer this right here. It's just like a personal thing.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't really makes a big difference on which one. I just prefer this right here because this is just the original one that, you know, we've always started off with, and
Okay.
I just stuck with it. I didn't change because I didn't see no reason for me to switch, so I never did, you know.
Okay, so it's just the one that
Yeah.
you like, your go-to.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so now that it's cured, 30 seconds, okay, I'm going to show you guys that little magic I was talking about. And for this one, I am going to use a little makeup brush because I want it to go on really smooth, just only in those little areas. So I'm just going to get a tiny bit. You see how much I'm only grabbing? I'm going to tap some off. Let me see. So just a tiny bit you need. So I'm going to go in and kind of like rub it on different spots where they're at.
Pretty. And you guys can see this is only sticking and chroming on the parts that have the rub-on top coat. So your velvet underneath is perfectly safe.
So in random spots. So if you want to keep it where it's matte and only have like mine where it's just the chrome, you would want to go in with the same top coat and just outline those spots. But in this one, we want the whole nail to be shiny, so we're gonna go over with the shine over the top again.
Perfect. And someone asked, is the chrome to make it look like a real stone? Kind of. This is just because we like the added bling.
Yes.
And the added shine on there.
Yes.
You don't have to add it. You can definitely just leave it with the rose quartz look. I think adding stones on that would also make it look really, really pretty. But
so, and I also wanted to show you guys too, like if you want it to be like thinner in some spots, you can get like a little bit of either alcohol or acetone on your thin brush. And then you can remove some little spots. Let's say you put too much, you can still fix it. I just want to do this just to show you it's possible. Like if you accidentally made it too thick in certain spots, you can just rub it right off.
Oh, I love that.
You see, you can go in and do this. So this is just an extra, like you're like, oh wait, it's a little thicker than I thought, and I want to make it thinner. So here it is. Just kind of like rub in those little spots. You want it to be thinner. Anything is possible. Just because you feel like you're stuck with it, you don't have to be stuck with it. You can fix it. So anything is possible, you know? So you can make it look jagged too a little more, so it can look a little more natural, like a natural stone.
Okay, everyone is loving this look. I'm so glad. Like, you're the best, Terry.
Thank you.
We have... See, Terry is the absolute best. She is, you guys, look at her coming at us with some tips as well. I love that.
Okay.
And you would do that before you apply the non-wipe top coat again on top.
Yes.
So you guys can see.
So we can use either one. I just want to show you. You can use either one for the final touch because this is chrome, but we only chrome just small little pieces. I'm going to go in with our regular non-white, but either one would work. So I'm going over.
Give us that shine.
I'm going to shine the whole thing using our non-white.
Beautiful. And again, this is one of our best-selling top coats because, as she mentioned, it's non-wipe, super, super shiny. There's no shrinkage, and it's just the perfect seal for all of your designs.
Okay, go ahead.
Go into the lamp.
Yes. You only need to cure for 30 seconds, but I love to do it for 60 just to be 100% sure. So I have it timed at 60 seconds, guys, just so you guys know. And I always have people ask about the brush I use. I always use a size 10. That's just a preference size that I use, just in case you guys wanted to know.
Okay, and we had, what's the difference between the non-wipe and a wipe top coat? So the non-wipe isn't going to have that sticky residue that you have whenever you take it out of the lamp. You guys will see right now, the moment that the lamp lets me know it's time to take the hand out, the nail's going to be dry, the gel's going to be dry, there won't be a sticky residue left. And you're pretty much ready to oil up and go.
Yep.
It's so much easier. See, you can touch it.
No sticky residue. I'm gonna just add our special touch with our cuticle oil. I'll show you guys what our cuticle oil looks like.
You always want to hydrate and moisturize those cuticles.
See, we have our nourishing oil. rub it in really nice.
And we will be posting pictures of these look on the Glam and Glitz Instagram page, so make sure you guys go follow. Once again, I just want to do a reminder of the giveaway that we have going on. All you have to do to enter is go follow Glam and Glitz new Instagram page and go comment on the latest post, just letting us know that you already followed and that you're entering for this giveaway. You guys can win everything that you see here, and you can get a $300 gift card to use on either Kiara Sky or Glam and Glitz. Okay guys, so we're done with this rose quartz look. You guys seem to be loving it. I do want to get a little bit closer so that you guys can get the detailing on this, because it's a beautiful look. Hope you guys can see that. You guys can tell I have my other tips on there. We're going to be finishing off my set. But right now, really quickly, we want to do another look that you guys picked, and this one's going to be one of Terry's marbling techniques.
Yes.
Super fast and super easy. So this one's going to go a little bit faster, but it's still going to look amazing right after. So let's get started.
Yeah.
What colors are you using?
I'm going to get started on showing you guys. We have our 1 ounce acrylic Glam and Glitz. This one right here is from the Naked collection.
Blew it.
I blew it. We're not gonna blow this one though. Okay, and this one is from our fantasy collection. This color is beautiful.
Oh,
My favorite. You guys might see a lot of my work I do with this color. I just want to open it because look how.
Is that the one you're wearing on that set?
Of course. It's my favorite. I use this on everything. If you guys don't have it, this is a definite must. This is beautiful. I use it on everything.
That one. Yeah.
Yes, and this is also from our Naked collection. Look how pretty this one is.
I love these blues.
Oh, we're gonna definitely make waves. And this one right here, I just wanted to throw in something so you guys can see that we do have glow.
And a glow marble is just next level, honestly.
And this one has a little shimmer. I'm gonna open this so you guys can see. Look at this. Just enough, just a hint. Yes, we're definitely gonna have to turn off the light after we're done.
You guys need to see this.
You
It's
guys
a whole
can-
light show.
Yeah, because we're gonna dance till dawn. Yes.
Honey Terry. I'm so excited for this one. I love the rose quartz, but this one I actually haven't seen her technique, so I'm really excited to see how she does it. I only saw the final product and it looked amazing.
So I'm going to show you guys all of these in one picture right here, right? So we want to look at it first, and you always want, this technique requires from light to dark. So I'm going to put it in order. And because this is going to be our shimmery one, I always do this one separate, okay? And I'll show you guys about that and why. Okay, so from light to dark, I don't know if you guys can see it all in one. Let's just do it like this. You guys can see it, right?
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
So I'm lining it up just so I won't get confused. This would be my lightest color, medium, and dark. And this is going to be separate all the time. You don't want it to bleed into each other. So we want to, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Really easy, fast marbling technique.
Okay, perfect. And again, if you guys are interested in purchasing these products, we do ship almost everywhere worldwide. So you can purchase them on glamandglitz.com. And if you aren't following this brand already, make sure you guys go follow. It's going to give you an entry to the giveaway. And you'll also see a lot more of Terry's work and techniques that she'll be sharing on there. So make sure you guys go follow.
Okay, remember I told you guys earlier, it's always good to have a little canvas. I'm going to add a thin layer of clear on the bottom before we get started.
This is going to help a lot if your client comes in for a fill. This is how we're able to do a blue set and then change it to orange, yellow, pink.
Yes.
Because you have a layer of clear already set down.
And this also helped with lifting, and also helped with the what is it called?
Structure.
Structure, the strength, so it won't break.
Oh yeah, that's another great tip. Some people feel like color acrylic isn't as strong, so this is definitely going to help give that tip that you set down as the base of your nail some extra additional strength and make sure that it doesn't break.
Okay, so see how thin I laid it down? You don't have to make it so thick. Just thin enough where it covers and it's protecting the natural nails on the bottom and the tip. Okay, so as I was saying, we're gonna start with our light to dark. And you want to get all 3 colors in one bead. And let me show you what I mean. 1, 2, and 3. See?
Oh, look at that. It's already blending with
Yeah.
each other in there.
So I want to show you guys this before I actually lay the first bead. I want you guys to see that you can see the different layers in there.
Could you show them what happens if you start with the darkest one first?
Yes,
just
for
so that they
sure.
can see why it's really important.
Let me show you guys on this right here. So this one I'm laying down and you have your colors, right? You can see the different layers on there. So let's say like you forgot and you accidentally go with the dark color first. Then you go in with the light color. Then you go on with the other light color. What happens to all the colors? It all blends together. So it becomes one big mess. So when you lay it on, you don't get the 3 colors like this one shows. So it just
yeah,
blemish together. Yeah. So that's the reason why we're going with this technique I'm going to show you with.
Perfect.
So 1 bead, 3 colors. In this, we're doing 3 colors. You can do 2 colors, 4 colors, whatever your imagination, just use it.
Okay. We had Yareli ask, how do I avoid air bubbles?
You want to, that's the reason why in the very beginning you see me put a little bit of monomer on the nails. That helps with the bubble. Because what happens when you lay acrylic on a dry nail, it traps the air in and it creates a bubble. So that's also helps with that part too. And having your mix ratio where it's not too dry, because when you have it too dry, it also causes bubbles. So make sure your ratio is just right, where it's not too runny and it's not too dry. So you see how I just laid that down?
Just a little bit in for you.
I just laid it down and it basically marbled on its own. So after I laid the first one down, and I always do it kind of midways, and the reason why I do it this way, so the lining of the marbling has, you know, a separation. And I'm gonna go in with the glitter kind of separate. I'm gonna kind of tuck it in, put it in layers.
Beautiful.
And then do another 3 color.
So you just kind of alternate as you go?
Yes, kind of going, I just want this one to kind of go one directions like this. Can you see? I just place it down and it just naturally marble on its own. You see that?
Love that. These colors are beautiful. They look so good together.
This is why this one is my favorite. I use this all the time.
It goes with any set. You guys can see she has it with pink. We're using it with the blue.
See that already?
Perfect.
So I'm going to put a tiny bit right here before I lay the next layer down. So it has a little shimmer here too. And then I usually put a very small bead right above the cuticle, just so I won't get too much on there, because you want it to be like right, you put it right below the cuticle and then you kind of push it up so you won't flood the cuticle area, and whatever extra you can kind of wipe it right off right there, and that gives you your marble.
Do you keep the consistency of the bead the same for this one as the rose quartz, or do you make it a little bit more dry or more wet?
This one would be, the ratio would be kind of like not dry and not too wet.
Okay.
You know, it'll be
Right in the
just,
middle?
yeah, right in the middle.
Okay.
And you guys see how that just marbled right there, just like that. And this one, I do keep it thinner. I don't do it too thick.
Look at this. They look completely different, but they both look like real marble. So cool.
Yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and put all of this away because we don't want to get all the dust into our acrylic. So let me just put these all away because we don't need these anymore. And remember, I am still going to need the clear because you always want to finish it with clear.
Yeah, you definitely want to protect all of this sparkly glitter and this design.
Yes.
So clear capping for sure.
Clear on top also help with the strength so the nail won't break. And the pigment by itself isn't really strong enough. It's strong, but when you have long nails, it's not strong enough because when you have pigment mixed in with your acrylic, it just weakens the strength a little bit, and you want to make sure you protect it by, I call it sandwiching it in the middle because you have your layer on the bottom. And then you also put the color in the middle with pigment, and then you layer the clear again on top. So you want to kind of sandwich it in so it'll be nice and strong.
Perfect. And someone's asking what the name of the sparkly one is again. So really quickly, you guys, this is Jaunty. It's the best-selling glitter that we have. It goes with literally every color and design you could think of. And it's just this like beautiful iridescent mix of different shape and size glitters.
I'm gonna open it again because I want you guys to see why this is my favorite. See that?
So pretty. And again, this is available on glamandglits.com, and we do have a 10% off coupon on there. So all you have to do is just sign up with your email and you get 10% off this color and all of the other ones that we're using today.
Yes. So as you guys can see, I haven't put the clear on, and that's for a reason. I'm letting this dry a little bit before, and I'm gonna do what I call like cleaning up the marble a little by doing a very thin, taking a little thin layer off with my drill bit, and I'm using a fine to do this. And what I'm doing is just clean it up so the marbling on the bottom can show up the tiny little veins and lines in it so it can really pop.
Nice.
Okay, so let me make sure if it's dry enough yet. It's almost there. It's
so
a
you guys
tiny
can
bit.
hear that around the nail bed it's pretty dry, but then as you get closer,
yeah,
there's nothing. So you still want to wait until you can hear tapping throughout the nail. If your acrylic isn't fully dried, it's going to start peeling off a little bit gummy, and you definitely don't want to mess with the design you just laid.
yes. And you have to keep in mind, we're just doing a couple of nails right now to show you, but if you were to do a whole set, there wouldn't be any wait time at all, because by the time you get back to it after you're done with all 10 nails, it's 100% dry, ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Yes, it's just a little bit more timing because of this reason.
We do have a lot of you asking us to save these videos, so we definitely will. This will be up for 24 hours. But if you guys want to learn more, if you guys want to ask questions or want more color combination ideas, then definitely go follow the new Glam and Glitz page. All of the acrylic looks that we're doing here and all of the colors will be shown on that page, and we will have these pictures available for you guys to reference and have the colors listed on there. So make sure you guys go follow if you guys love these tutorials and are interested in learning more. Do you think it's good to go, Terry?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is now. Let me make sure though. Oh yeah.
There you go.
It's all the way ready. So remember, we're not taking a lot off. We're just gonna take like a small layer on top.
Move that out of your way.
So basically any tiny little thing, you see how that cleaned up the edges already? And it shows the marbling, the detail, the marbling on the bottom. That's what we're trying to get to. See how it just brought all that out, the little vein. Now I'm gonna go up here and do the same thing. this is just the extra step that we can take so we can really turn this marble into like almost a real life stone. So
we have someone asking where we're located and shipping out of. We're located in Central California. So if you guys are familiar with LA, we're a few hours up north. So this is where we ship out of. And this is where we make our powders, you guys.
okay, so little dust, and then we're gonna add a very thin layer of acrylic, clear acrylic. So this right here, we're gonna build up our apex and our structure right now. Okay, so we have our clear. And I'm just going to smoothly just run my brush so it can go down towards the tip.
You guys, I don't know if you guys can tell on screen, but this is a really thin layer that she's doing, pretty much just encapsulating the design to make sure that she doesn't file more of it when she's shaping the nail. Should clear acrylic always be put on the nails after a design?
I highly recommend it.
Okay, I do too. Like I said, you're pretty much protecting the design from any oils, any makeup, any filing, extra filing, so you actually get to secure that design and lock it in. So that clear acrylic is definitely going to help. Highly recommend it on every single design that you do, even if it's just regular color, you guys. Okay, let's see, any more questions? We're gonna we're gonna wait for this to dry and see if you guys have any questions. Let us know if you already entered the giveaway. Dang, we do have a lot of people who have entered.
So while her acrylic is drying, I just want to give you guys a quick tip on how to clean your guys' brush after doing a set. For me, you see how smooth this looks? What I do is my monomer, I just go in and clean it really good with our monomer. This helps protect your brush, taking any residue off from your brush, just cleaning it like this. Very easy. You know, get your paper towel and kind of just pull it straight, and then it's done. That's how you want to clean it. Okay? You don't need any fancy cleaner for this. Just use your monomer, your leftover monomer.
Love your tips, Terry. You're so helpful.
Thank you.
I have a question here from Victorian Superhero. She's asking, which technique do you think is the fastest for marbling?
For me, the fastest way of doing it, basically is what I just showed you. I mean,
that one was really quick.
Yes, it's very fast. I don't think you can get any faster than that. It's not just fast, it's just the easiest too.
I agree. Now we have someone asking, my marbling always ends up so dark and not as defined. How do I fix this? Would that be changing the color? Could it be that they're maybe doing the darker color first? Kind of like how you showed us earlier?
It could be that reason. It could be a lot of different reasons. I'm not sure exactly how you're doing your steps. But yes, keep in mind that you always start off with the light color and then you move on to your dark color. And when you use the 3 color 1 bead method, you will have these defined line that you see in here right now. And by filing it down just one thin layer, you'll see more of that popping up. So basically what I did when I filed is I cleaned this area off because some of the color kind of mixed in right here. So I kind of clean it up, so now you can see this defined line so much better, including these ones down here. So if you want to see all these lines on here, that's what you want to do.
Okay, let's get closer in here because I really want people to see this design. The blues and they're just beautiful.
And remember, you guys can go any directions you want. I just wanted to go one direction just to show you guys the basic of doing the marbling. But once you get advanced and you get the feel of doing this technique, you can go and do different type of lines, different directions and areas you want. Okay, so let me see. Okay, it's basically done. I'm gonna go back and do a little bit of shaping on her. And remember, just like the other nail, you want to file straight. Don't lean it too far, you know, back and in. Keep it straight up and down, and then just file.
It's gonna give you those really nice sharp lines on the side. And it's really important. It's going to contribute a lot to the final look of the nail.
So let me go in, make sure. I would look at it different directions. So when you look at it this way, you can see the point of view of what your client will see it. So you want to make sure you shape it this way too, to make sure it's nice and straight. Okay.
Okay, we have a few people that are just joining us asking how they can enter the giveaway. So just a reminder, you just have to follow our new Glam and Glitz page. It's literally just Glam and Glitz, so make sure you guys go search it up, or you could click on the link that we, on the comment that we pinned earlier. But that's all you have to do. You just go follow Glam and Glitz and go comment on our latest post, letting us know that you entered.
Okay, so you can see there's not a lot of filing we need to do, so I'm going to just lightly use my fine sanding bit, no, sanding, there I go with the sanding bit, my drill bit. And remember, you want to just go like one direction with this. If you try to, with this bit, you try to go back and forth like this, it can accidentally snag and you can spin around in circle. So you want to be careful and always go one direction when you're using this bit.
Let us know if you guys want to see some looks like this that you can get with dip powder. This is with acrylic, but maybe we can work on getting a design for you guys like this with dip powder, because it could definitely be achieved as well. Let us know in the comments below. Do you want to see the blue one? Do you want to see the rose quartz? Or is there anything in particular that you guys want us to focus on our next live? Let us know. Someone said yes, definitely show the same technique with dip powder.
Yeah, we should do a little vote on that.
Yeah.
And let's see what color you guys want, you know, the next look. You guys can do the vote.
We're gonna let you guys pick what we do for our next live. So start thinking of what you guys want and let us know. Comment down below. Dip with the rose quartz one. Seems like.
Oh yeah, that's
People
definitely
really like that.
achievable. Now I'm excited. Can't wait for the next live so I can show you guys.
Dip on natural nails. You can definitely do that, and we can show you guys how we do it. Terry here is a pro, an ultimate pro at dip powder. So any questions that you guys have for her, that's going to be a really great live to get some answers on dip.
Get me while I'm live, guys. You guys can ask any questions you want. I'll answer it. This is how you can learn as much as you can. It's almost like a one-on-one, because I'm right here at the moment answering whatever questions you guys have.
It really is.
Yes, take advantage of me. Come on, guys. I don't mind.
Ooh, someone said a purple marbling with dip. That would be really pretty too.
Oh, yes. Who doesn't love a purple?
Genevieve is asking when the winner will be announced. We will be announcing the winner tomorrow evening. So you guys have a little more than 24 hours to enter, because we will be leaving this live up for the next 24 hours. So you have plenty of time to enter. You, like I said, you guys just have to go follow and then comment on our latest post.
Okay, so I'm going to go in with alcohol, clean her nail really nice. I want to share with you guys my personal tip on why I always use alcohol to clean my clients rather than sending them to wash their hand. I was like, I don't like my clients to leave my seat at all. For lots of reasons, because sometimes they don't even realize it. I'm not trying to shame anyone, but sometimes after they wash their hand and it's nice and clean, they go and have an itch on their face and they have makeup on their face. And guess what? Now they have makeup on their nails, and then when you go on with the top coat and you wonder what happened, you know?
You're encapsulating that.
Yes, because we're not sure what you guys had done, you know, from the sink to back to my station. So when I have my client always on the seat, I know exactly where their hand's been. So I would never have that problem. So that's my personal reason why I always use alcohol to clean at my station and not send them off. So after you're done with their nails and top coat and everything, if they want to wash their nails, then, you know, I always tell them, yeah, feel free to wash your hand afterwards. But I'm using my non-wipe top to finish this off. I just want to show you how beautiful this is. You can see all the detail in it with the top coat.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Look at that sparkle, Jaunty. It really is just.
Look at the lines
Beautiful.
of the marbling. It looks like a real little stone right there.
Great job, Terry. These look amazing.
Thank you so much.
And again, you guys, we just have to cure 60 seconds just to be safe.
Yes.
And we're done.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to have to find out
what you guys want us to do next.
Yes.
I'm so excited for them to see this. I want to get really up close so that you guys can see what the final look is looking like. You guys can see all of the colors really blending together. Again, if you guys are interested in purchasing the products that we use today, you guys can, they are available on glamandglits.com. You guys can sign up for a mailing list and get a 10% off code. And you can also visit Glam and Glits, our Instagram page, to enter the giveaway. How many seconds do we have left, Terry?
We have about 5 seconds. You guys want to do the countdown? 3, 2, 1.
Dang, I failed.
No, it takes a second for it to click. We did not fail.
There you go.
Look it. Let me put the oil. Let me put the oil, guys. This is what magic. It's when magic happens. After the oil, your nails look like it's fresh.
Hydrated.
Yes, ready to go and party.
Oh, I love this look, Terry.
Makes me want to go to the beach. Look at that.
Did you make waves?
Oh yeah,
Definitely made waves.
we definitely made waves, but we didn't blow it.
We didn't. Look at this. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's live. We loved hanging out with you guys, and we hoped you learned a few different tips and techniques, or you just got inspired to try these looks out yourself. If you guys have any questions about this, we will definitely be answering them, so make sure you keep commenting. And if you guys are interested in entering the giveaway, make sure you guys go follow the new Glam and Glitz page. You just have to comment on the latest post, and we will be announcing the winner tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Until next time.